Okay, that's pretty bad. Hey, what's up guys? The Paradox Nerd back again with another review. So today I'll be reviewing Sideshow Collectibles 1/6 scale Darth Maul. So I know this guy's been out for quite some time, and you know, I was lucky enough to pick him up for a good price in the local comic book store about a month ago, and I was actually pretty stoked on how good he looks. So I was like, you know, I've been on a Darth Maul high the past couple weeks. I've been, you know, reading his comic books. I've been watching Star Wars Rebels, and you know, he's got a pretty big part on that. And I'm also getting his premium format in a couple weeks. So I was like, you know, why the hell not do a review on him? Especially since he's like one of my favorite Star Wars characters from the prequels. And you know, so I was like, yeah, I was pretty excited in doing a review on him. So I hope you guys like my review. Let's get right to it. Alright, so the first thing I would like to talk about is his packaging. He comes in this unique Sideshow packaging, which is actually pretty skinny. You got the portrait of Darth Maul in the front. You got the portrait in the back. And on the sides, you have these magnets that open and closes the box up. And if you open it up, you get another portrait with a window displaying the figure. So I really do like the magnets, and in terms of score, I give it a 7 out of 10. Okay, so here are the accessories that come with Darth Maul. You get 3 pairs of hands, a dual lightsaber, and a display stand. And that's it. Alright, let's take a closer look at the hands. Here are the pair of relaxed hands that you get. And as you can see, the detail on them is pretty good. You get a pair of force using hands. And as you can see, one's different from the other. So you can come up with some cool poses with it. And a pair of fisted hands. Okay. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the dual lightsaber. And as you can see, the paint application and the detail on it is pretty cool. And here are the lightsaber blades. I wish it kind of lit up, but at this point I'm kind of like nitpicking. And the display stand. It's kind of bare. Not. As you can see, they put the Star Wars logo in the bottom, which it doesn't make any sense. And I don't know why they didn't put it on top. Because when you look at a figure, you look at from the top. So I'm kind of, you know, confused in why they decided to do that. So that's all you get for Darth Maul, and you know, in terms of score, I give it a 6 out of 10. I mean, they could have added like a seeker droid that he uses in the movie, or you know, a Sith robe. Just, you know, for that price point, you would expect a little bit more in terms of the accessories. Alright, so let's take a look at the articulation. Darth Maul has great articulation, starting off with his neck. You can see he could tilt his neck sideways from left, right, turn it back up, look down, look side to side. Now with his shoulder joints, you could actually, there's no restriction, so you could actually kind of like bring his shoulder joints up about a 90-degree angle. You could kind of rotate it forward, backwards. So pretty happy with that. His elbow is double jointed, so you could actually kind of bend it a little past like 90 degrees and bend it down. His wrist, you could kind of rotate it around, and you could actually bring his wrist up a little bit and down also. Same with the other side. Now for his waist articulation, actually to turn his torso from left right, do a little bit of ab crunches, but not really too much. And taking a look down to his hips, you could outstretch it out a little bit. I would say about like 30 to 40 degrees out. Same with the other side. The pants kind of restrict him from bringing it out any further. I could kind of bring it forward. Not too much back actually, so you have a little restriction there. I could actually rotate it around also, which is pretty cool. Now his legs is double jointed, so you could bend past 90 degrees. And as for his ankle, really not much articulation there because you kind of have somewhat of a sculpted boot, so you have limited motion trying to move it side to side if you can, or even forward or backwards. So really not much articulation with the ankle joints. So overall score, I give it a 9 out of 10. Would have been a 10 out of 10 if you had a little bit more articulation in the ankle joints. Alright, so the next thing I would like to talk about is the detail and his outfit. Sideshow did a great job with his tunic, especially the materials that they used and the stitching on it. As you can see, it's really detailed, and especially with the belt, kind of add a little texture to it. You got the gold buttons in the back, and same with the front. Also, one thing that Sideshow decided to do is add these wirings to his tunic, which is really great, especially when you're coming up with those dynamic poses. Let's take a look at the gloves. Detailed there, sculpted hands. And I'm not really happy with this part of the glove. It's kind of rubbery and not really like, looks like it's leather, but more like rubber than any other material. Really like the sculpt on his boots, but again, it's like not a leathery material. It's more like a rubbery material. Underneath the tunic, you got all these layers, and you got his pants, his MC Hammer pants. But overall, Sideshow did a great job with the detail on this outfit. I'm really happy with it, and in terms of a score, I'd definitely give it a 9 out of 10. Okay, so I saved the best for last, his head sculpt. And as you can see, Sideshow did a beautiful job with his head sculpt. They definitely captured his iconic, intimidating look. Take a look at his eyes. It's like very menacing. Take a look at the detail on his horns. It looks great. And if you actually touch it, it's pretty pointy. Taking a look at it at different angles, you could see how great he looks in all angles. I definitely love the paint application on his face paint. They definitely got a good amount of red and black. It's not too bright, it's not too dull, it's just perfect. Take a look at the back of his head. And if you touch the back of his head, you can feel the texture of his skin. It's definitely really detailed. So, overall, this is a perfect score. Probably Sideshow's best work to date. I'm really happy with it. And in terms of a score, it's 10 out of 10. Okay, so overall, I scored Darth Maul an 8.2 out of 10. He's definitely an awesome figure, but the lack of accessories hurts his score. Like I mentioned before, I kind of wish they gave him a Sith robe or even a secret droid to justify his high price point. In my opinion, he's definitely not worth $240, and I would have priced him around like $200 to $220. But besides the high price point and the lack of accessories, this is a beautiful figure. You get a beautiful head sculpt, great articulation, and a nice outfit. In my opinion, this is Sideshow's best work in the 1/6 scale category to date, and I'm really happy that I picked him up. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about Darth Maul. And if you get a chance, please like and subscribe, and you know, share with your friends. Thank you again for taking the time to watch my video, and I'll see you guys next time.